Hello and welcome back to my channel. In today's video, we are going to be listing slides to sell on eBay. And my listing process is to photograph everything and then list it. After I photograph it all, I save it in a folder until I get time to do it, which I know it sounds awful. Don't be like me. Again, sounds awful. Don't be like me. Don't let this build up. List it, list it, list it. Because if it's not listed, it can't sell. Upside, I'm a totally, completely, unapologetically part-time seller. So this doesn't affect me that much when I can't get my crap together, but I recommend getting your crap together. With this, and this also proves, hey, get your crap together. This lot that I'm listing right now, a lot of 112 vintage film slides from Hawaii. I listed it and in 30 minutes it sold full asking price. I feel like such a dumb donkey for sitting on these for so long. I sold it for $50 and that is great. I normally don't sell slides for that much. I list high and take offers. I sold another slide lot right before that and I took like a 60% offer on it. So when this one sold full asking price, I was I was so surprised, and it sold in 30 minutes. I thought it was a mistake. The person paid. I've already shipped them. I shipped them out this morning. They're good to go. But I'm still dumbstruck by it. I'm still flustered that I sold them for that much. And I'm still mad at myself because literally these have been sitting in a folder of pictures of items to list since April. Because again, I don't have my life together. Upside, I'm no longer in a walking boot, so I'm more mobile and can list more things. Downside, I'm still an idiot, so I don't know if I'll get around to it because honestly, I'm going to put my store on vacation for the first 2 weeks of fourth quarter. Again, idiot. But upside, I am completely, totally part-time reseller. Nothing in my life relies on me to sell on eBay. It just makes life so much easier when the stupid stuff comes up, like breaking your foot or having your dishwasher just die. Granted, it was a 30-year-old dishwasher, but still, like, having that come up, it's frustrating. I'm mad at myself that I didn't get this listed sooner. Upside, it's coming when we need it, when my medical bills are coming due, and when our dishwasher decided just to pretend to wash dishes. So, upside, they sold. Downside, I had them photographed and I could have listed them anytime between April and now, but I didn't. I'm also woefully behind in making YouTube videos. I am so sorry, everybody. My 5 subscribers. So sorry. Life has happened. My children have decided to join every sport imaginable. I think November is better off for me, but I was sitting down with my husband and looking at our September and October calendars and just basically crying on the inside, trying to find a day to go to the pumpkin patch, trying to find a day to do Boo at the zoo. I know, first world problems. I'm incredibly privileged. Don't come at me in the comments. It's just so overwhelming when there's 3 of them and they all have their own activities, and then my workload increases, and my husband's job is always very busy August to October, and then it kind of like tapers off and then gets busy again in January. So right now we're living till November. We are surviving till November, and we have a huge vacation coming up in October that our kids don't know about, and it's going to be a surprise. Again, first world problems. I know people aren't that lucky. eBay helped pay for this vacation, so it's going to be nice. It's nice to have everything paid ahead of time. It's nice to know that money is there. I do have all of the eBay profits go into their own separate savings account. They get direct deposited into a savings account. They do not go into our main bank account, or they'll just be used. So I like using them for like supplementing. If I buy something, I can just pull money out of that. Be like, okay, I paid, I went to the thrift store and spent $26. Well, I can just pull $26 out of that instead of trying to keep all like everything written down that day. I keep all my receipts. I do all of that. Also, side note, anybody that does their own taxes and has to handle a lot of receipts and stuff, the Microsoft Lens app on your phone is amazing. It scans wonderfully, and it will scan to a PDF and a JPEG. So the PDF option is so great for me. I cannot recommend that. Like, I wish that app sponsored me. It's Microsoft. They don't need to sponsor anybody. But I love the Lens app. I am an Android user. I am not an Apple user, so that is great. Also, the suggested price for this was $200. I was like, what? So I put 100 on it just to see. I don't think I'll get 100 for it. Who knows? But I just got $50 for something I thought I wouldn't get $50 for. So I threw $100 on that because the suggested price was $200. So I figured half of that would work out great. Some of the prices, like it was like $9 or $200. I think eBay is drunk and needs to go home. They have no idea on suggested prices. I don't know what's going on there, but it's ridiculous. Anyway, I listed, I want to say like 25 slides over the weekend. It was taking me around 10 minutes to list 5 slides. This is not photographing. This is not sorting. This is not checking for damage. All of that was done ahead of time. So the photographing, sorting, and checking for damage was done ahead of time. And quite frankly, that takes the longest amount of time to do. I have to take time and set it aside to do that. I have to set up an entire slide scanning station where I have to photograph and everything. Oh, also, I said it in my previous video in case you didn't watch. In the custom label, if I need to pull a slide, or if I discovered after I'd already put them up and stored them that there was a slide that I didn't feel comfortable selling for whatever reason, I will put in the custom label, like this one says A20, need to pull a slide. So I know before I pack that up, I need to go through it and find that slide. I actually have written on a separate piece of paper what each slide is, so I know that I've pulled the right slide. And there were things I didn't figure out until I individually viewed each slide through a slide viewer and looked at it in the file on my computer, and I went, crap. So I didn't realize it, and that's how I fix a problem. Now I'm going to view the slides before I do the final listing, so I will have them already pulled out. It just became quite difficult, and I'm hitting myself for that. That's not me. The condition description, they're used, but this is not a great option for film slides. So I put that they have been developed. You can't develop them again. So they are technically used, but people are buying them because they're used. They're not buying them because they're new. It's just such an odd category to have, considering like eBay knows I'm listing film slides. This one suggested $64 with free shipping 25% of the time. I never went, like when it gave me like crazy high ones, I never reached that. But sometimes it's like, hey, you should sell that for $3. I'm not selling 100 slides for $3. I'm not making money back on that. So again, take eBay price suggestions with a grain of salt. And as you see here, I'm deleting the photo that tells me what the slide lot is. I have a separate notebook that has all of the things written down on it when I was photographing them and filing them away. I just go through and make sure that those pictures match what I have in my notebook, and then I cross them out when I see them. And that is my process. And I'm sure it's like a 5,000 step process. 100% this could be simplified, but not having a dedicated eBay area or a dedicated area that is set up to just photograph slides, I have to do my best. I'm using my dining room table. I'm having to tell my kids, hey, we can't use the dining room table, which is getting more difficult now that school started, and more difficult now that we have seasonally appropriate crafts that are being done at the dining room table. Like, there's currently glitter all over my table. I can't photograph eBay on that. People don't want glitter bombed. So I'd have to clean that, clear it off, then wipe it all down to make sure I have no glitter on it. And I've went as far to lint roll my table before to get all the glitter and stuff off. Plus, we have a cat, and he's a jerk, and he sits on the table a lot. So I need to get all the cat hair off because he's a tuxedo cat. So we have both white and black hair. We can't win whether it's a dark or light colored clothing. And people don't want cat hair. People don't want glitter. I wash all my items. I know that's controversial, so I'm not washing slides. I wash all my clothing items. Some people say don't wash them. People wash them when they get them, or, your laundry detergent's offensive. I use free and clear laundry detergent. I do not use fabric softener. I do not use anything with a perfume to it for that reason. Now, I'm not saying like they don't wash it again when they get it. You probably should wash it again. Don't trust my washing, because not everybody washes it. So I'm kind of expecting it to be washed again. But I also don't want them to get a dirty item, especially when I go to the bins and get a lot of my clothes from the bins. I did sell another item that we got at the bins. So the bins videos that I have in my my YouTube channel now, I sold an item that we got from that. I have not listed all of the items from that trip to the bins. I still have tubs and tubs. I think I have 3 tubs total of items to list from that binge trip, but I did sell one item over the weekend from the binge trip, and it was a Mickey Mouse canvas, and just one. They're supposed to come in pairs. They're supposed to be a Mickey and Minnie, but this was just a Mickey Mouse. This is an example of a slide I would combine with another lot. I know I have a lot from 1976 Europe already that is over 100, but if these slides didn't sell, I would combine this smaller, 69 slide lot with the over the 100 slide lot. I can ship up to 200 slides fairly easily. After 200, it becomes quite difficult for me to ship. So I really want to stay under the 200 slide lot. So most of my lots are under 200 slides because it's easier for me to ship. I can ship them in slide trays then when it's under 200, but once it gets over 200, we're looking at multiple boxes and multiple trays, and then the boxes get quite large to ship them in. I can ship a tray in a 10 by 8 by 6 box. I can ship a box of slides in a 6 by 4 by 4. And I can ship a medium size lot, so right around 100 slides. I can ship that in an 8 by 6 by 4. And I kind of know that in my head. And I know that I'm almost out of 10 by 8 by 6s, which is an amazing box size. I recommend that box size for everybody. The 8 by 6 by 4, 10 by 8 by 6s, 6 by 4 by 4 I use a lot too, because I have smaller items like slides and stuff. Or some of my cast iron piggy banks I will put in a small box and then put it inside a padded flat rate. Thank you for watching my channel. Please like and subscribe and have a wonderful day.